Hey Pisces star seeds, it's Sweet Spirit Mystic. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, let's see what the messages are. Energy is shifting. I want to say there's something happening with Uranus, which is that it's like a surprise planet. Things just happen. But it always works out for the best. So let's just see what this energy is and see what we can do. You know, sometimes we just need some hand-holding through hard times. Okay, let's start here. Okay, let's get some messages through this deck. Messages for Pisces, please. Okay, I'll take all these. Bottom of the deck, we have patience. So remember, things work out. So we have prosperity, inner knowing, shaman, and regeneration. Okay, so whatever you're going through, it all works out for you, and you know this. That's what this prosperity and inner knowing is. You just know that even though things seem really rocky, upside down, chaotic, in one way or the other, that inner knowing, that inner shaman that you have, knows it will be okay. And from there, there'll be this like rebuilding in a beautiful way. It's like when a house needs to be renovated. It's falling down, there's leaks, there's dry rot, who knows. And then you just start the process of like ripping out everything that's old and ugly and defiled is the word that I'm hearing. And then rebuild that. It's like the new structure you may not even be able to like recognize yourself even, or your life, because it's so much better than it was. Like you started to see the cracks, and then they started cracking more. But that's the thing. Once everything's exposed, then you'll know how to repair. Okay, so we have Canary Spirit, sing your own song, finding your voice for yourself. Antelope Spirit, life is speeding up, so we have that Fire Horse energies coming in, 319, could be your birthday, Pisces, okay. Then we have Buffalo Spirit, the abundant universe will provide, so along with that prosperity, you'll be okay. And then Otter Spirit, Bee Spirit. So Otter Spirit, you are never alone. They hold hands with each other so they don't float away. And then we have Bee Spirit, sweet results await. So bees live in colonies, otters live in, what are they called, rafts? Buffaloes, I mean, they once were so populous in North America, I guess into South America too. I feel like you were that canary in a coal mine. You were that voice of beauty, of reason, of peace in a very dark place. But you're out of that now. And it's going to speed up. Okay, but it will take some patience. Okay, so let's get into the tarot now. Just to help guide Pisces through this time. The worker bee, so it's like do those diligent tasks every day. And it's in a self-care way too, you know. have your tea or coffee quietly. Do what you need to do for your body and exercise. It's about being consistent. That's where you'll really, feel grounded. Okay, so we have the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Coins and the Ace of Swords. So Knight energy is movement. It's a quest. It goes along with that antelope spirit. Life is speeding up. These are very quick but steady movements, because the Knight of Swords, that talks about our mind. So how quickly our mind changes, right? And then coins, that's earth. So it's steady. So it's that steady mind towards your own truth. What is important for you? What is truth for you? What do you need and want in your life to feel fulfilled, prosperous? It's not always about money. It's like, how do you live every day? And it's cutting through all those things that aren't right. Like, if you look here, behind that sword is a knot. And then looks like a web that comes out of it. Ropes, a knot, tangles. If you've ever had long hair and had a tangle in it, or let's say gum or something sticky, you know how hard that is to get out, okay? Sometimes you just have to cut your losses. I mean, that happened to me not long ago. My hair was tangled up in my necklaces, and I just had to cut it, okay? So Ace of Swords. Cut your losses. All right, we have the Eight of Cups. So yeah, cut your losses, move on. 10 of Cups. Wheel of Fortune. So something's missing. We go from the 8 to the 10 of Cups. So what's missing is that 9 of Cups. So until you know what makes yourself happy, you won't be able to really have a fulfilling relationship, because what you're doing is like these emotional acrobatics, walking on eggshells, complying to others' expectations of happiness, which means you're not going to be happy. You're doing it for other people. So that's what's needed at this point is, okay, yes, you have these 8 cups, which are pretty good, but that 9th cup is what's missing. What makes you happy, Pisces? What kind of life is that? What kind of emotional life? Because this is cups, this is feeling. Every day, how do you want to feel? How do you want to experience a relationship? Is it loving? Is it understanding? Is it patient? Is it caring? And if it's not, then what is it? And are you okay with that? So it's like a lot of people's relationships are at a crossroads, a fork in the road, an impasse where it will either work or not for what you need. I feel like you've been towing the line or just getting by, but that inner knowing, that inner shaman, yeah, this King of Cups kind of, I need to protect myself. That doesn't allow love. So we have, the Two of Swords and the Hierophant. It's this guardedness that's preventing a true commitment. And you're guarded because your own needs are not being met. Like, I know for myself, I am very sensitive to people with a lot of anger and like yelling and like abusive words and speech. I cannot deal with that. But some people like that. It's exciting to them. It's debating. Okay, so we have this Knight of Wands energy. So it couldn't be any sign, okay? But there's some kind of emotional blockage happening that's preventing a quality relationship. So just tell yourself, I'm going to say it right now, Pisces. I need someone who has peaceful speech, kind words, even if they're upset. They can speak clearly, calmly, lovingly to me. That is a non-negotiable. 1122. So put those into words. Hear yourself say them. Write it down. Look at it. Because there's this Empress energy here. I'll clarify that in a minute. Because we have the Strength card. We also have the Eight of Swords and the Page of Cups. And this is always Pisces energy for me. Other readers, it's different, but I always see this as Pisces because this is like the energy that we embody, our particular collective of Pisces. It's loving. It has this innocence. Not naive, but just like bright-eyed and excited for life. Loving. You know, kind with animals. Like all of these moons around you are all these ancestors and guides that just love you. They love that young spirit, crows outside. So you have been so strong, Pisces, to get out of these mental traps. Let's read this fable. I don't know what it is. I say that and then I can't find the book. 1 second. Here it is. Okay, Eight of Swords. What is this fable? What is this story? So I'll hold the card up. It's French. Donkey skin. The Eight of Swords represents being caught up in your own insecurities. Donkey Skin was forced into hiding to escape a bad situation. Now she is faced with the decision to continue the life she has created or to step out of her self-made prison. Anxiety, victimhood, feeling trapped, paralysis, crisis. Also, though, freedom, new perspectives, taking a stand, strength, and healing. So whatever you've been through, Pisces, that's where, you're taking this stand. You're not allowing mistreatment. However, you're not a victim. You're like, okay, I've created this. I want to create something different now. So that means with this Strength card, it's like holding back your own tendencies. You're like, oh yeah, I'm going down that road again. It's like, no, I'm not going to attract people, places, or things in the same way. I'm going to hold back that tendency. And I mean, this animal that is being held back is a lion, a crocodile or alligator, and then I think that's like a bear bottom. So it's all these different pieces of really strong animals, but also feared. So holding back your fear of failure, fear of being judged, and just like you tried it. You did your best. It didn't work out. But now you know something. You know better. You know yourself better. Maybe you thought in another relationship, okay, yeah, I want this now. And then you had that and you're like, oh no, I don't want that either. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's pull some advice for Pisces. So you're okay, but you're recalibrating. Eccentricity. So you have this, again, this is that Page of Cups. It's eccentric. It's not like other people. It's your own way of being, that walking to the sound of your own drum that only you hear. And then we have bluff. Okay, what's the bluff about? We have this Empress that was over here too. I feel like you're just holding it all together. You make it look easy. You know, maybe these were instilled by a mother, these different beliefs, and you're like, wait, these aren't what I need. We have patience again. So be patient. Just kind of let things unfold. Take your time. Create a place in nature's stillness and be renewed. And remember, regeneration. So getting outside, going for walks, touching trees, smelling flowers if they're around. You know, even if you're in a stormy area, go feel that snow, that wind on your face if it's safe, right? Because I feel like someone thinks you're bluffing, that you're not really serious. But that's the thing, you are. Influence, yeah, someone's been influenced in a way. I don't feel like this is you. I feel like this is whatever you're leaving behind. They're talking to someone that's influencing them in a negative way in regards to you. That always comes to light. Remember, we have the truth of the sword of truth. You know, because sometimes people don't want us to be in a happy relationship because that means they're not. Yeah, we've got romance here. We have extremism. Yeah, this is like an argument. Intuition. Yeah, it's like you know all this. That's why you're not worried. Discrimination, you're just like, nope, I'm not going to put up with that. Like you're this floating butterfly. You're like, okay, I'm leaving that place now. And then we have riches. So it's like knowing that everything, remember prosperity was here. Everything works out for you. Whatever you lose will be replenished. It's your integrity, your ethics that people will remember and oftentimes regret. Okay. So get into your meditative state. You know, forgive who's hurt you. Forgive yourself. What else? We have reconciliation and then deception. So, ooh, wow, what's at the bottom? So yeah, there's let your friends help you. Let people know what's going on in your life. If anything, they can just have a safe place for you in their heart, in their thoughts, in their mind for you. So yeah, there's someone that's lied, wearing a false mask. So it's up to you whether or not you will forgive. but you learn more and more about yourself and about your own inner strength to tolerate or not tolerate certain behaviors, having expectations. Yeah, get support from your friends. Trust. There is a honeymoon card here, so there's something new. There's a honeymoon phase, romantic feelings. Yeah, and if this is a new situation for you, pay attention to red flags. If something is reminding you of the past, ooh, no. Ask questions. Keep an open mind. Finances and career. So pay attention to your life, your steadiness. Be open to what comes, but be true to yourself. So many people wear masks, and oftentimes they take a long time to come off. Okay, so that's where this shaman energy is important, because you know. Claircognizance, you just know things, and that makes people feel uncomfortable. So keep as much as you can to yourself with this discrimination card. Whatever's happening is tied to money in some way or status. So yeah, you already know. So you don't have to worry. With the Empress card here, be at peace and see what comes to you, what you come across. But definitely protect your own energy, your own peace. All right, Pisces, beautiful reading. Very powerful. Okay, I love you. We'll see you soon.